Hi, y'all, it's your boy Boss P, and this is Boss P TV, back with another video. I know it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was on a little bit of a hiatus and shit like that, but I'm back. I'm glad to be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with another joint, man. And yo, I was having a conversation the other day and with a few of my people or whatever, and this issue came up, right? And I know that some of y'all have probably had this discussion with your people or whatever, but it came up and I was like, this is interesting. I want to get y'all feedback on it right now. Oh, and before we go any further, please just take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel so that way you can remain up to date on when I drop all my latest videos. All right, y'all go ahead and do that for me. All right, and I'll be back at it. One of my boys was telling me, yo, he was having a discussion with this chick, and he's straight as an arrow, right? Straight as an arrow. And he was having a discussion with a chick, and they was talking about how women can go down or be with other women, and it's acceptable by heterosexual women and also heterosexual men. But if a guy has a relationship with another guy, even if it's only one time, even if it's one sexual experience, like 100 years ago, he's gay forever. You know what I'm saying? And my boy raised this question to me. He was like, yo, why is that? Because he felt the same way, but he couldn't explain. He like he didn't have a concrete answer. And I thought about that shit. I was like, you know what? Yo, while I agree with what you're saying, I don't have an explanation either. You know what I'm saying? I think it all just comes down to the image of it, and it comes down to just the way people were brought up and certain stigmas associated with homosexuality, right? So boom, it's like this. You could be with a chick for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, whatever, right? It doesn't matter how long. And she could tell you, like, yo, baby, you know, I don't want there to be no secrets between us. I want to tell you about my past or whatever. Yo, back in the day, I used to mess around with girls. I was in a few relationships, and you know what I'm saying, a few sexual experiences. I went down on the chick or whatever a few times, and you know what? I just got turned off by it. I realized that I'm not into girls. I'm into dudes, and I ain't been with a chick since. If your woman comes to you and tells you that, I think that 9 out of 10 men are going to be like, you know what? Okay, baby. All right, cool. That's in the past. You with me now? Whatever. It's water under the bridge. Don't worry about it. Thank you for telling me, but I'm not worried about that. You with me now? It's over with. Whatever. But if a dude could be with a chick for the same amount of time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? And he can decide, yo, I don't want there to be no secrets between me and this girl. I really love her, whatever. I don't want her to find out about the shit on the street from somebody else, right? So he can come out and tell her, yo, babe, listen, back in the day, you know, I was finding myself. I wasn't really sure about who I was. And I had a sexual experience with a dude, and I went down on him, whatever. It was only one time. I didn't like it. And after that, I realized I'm into girls. And I've been completely straight ever since. The moment you open your mouth and tell your girl that, in her mind, you're gay forever. In her mind, you on the DL, you in a closet, you living a lie. In her mind, every time you say you're going out with your boys, you're really going out with your boys, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It is completely unacceptable in her mind, and in my mind too. Even if it was one time, like even if you didn't like it at all, the mere fact that it did happen, the mere fact that now this chick has that image of you with another guy in her mind, yo, she'll never be able to trust you again. And I think at that point, it's really over with. It's really over. I think that if a man is going to be with a woman and tell her that, this woman has to either be completely open and okay with homosexuality and the whole pride thing and a rainbow shit. She has to completely embrace that shit in order for it to work. Otherwise, if you're dealing with a real like an official tissue chick, you know what I'm saying, don't play no game, she ain't into none of that shit, you tell her that, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? But why is that? You know what I mean? Now, while I said I agree with, you know, if a dude has a relationship with another dude or any kind of sexual experience with another dude, even if it's 100 years ago, he's gay forever in my mind, right? But for a woman, it's different. A woman could be with 10 chicks, 20 chicks, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. You can forgive that, but why is that? You know what I mean? And like I say, I think it all comes, like, for a lot of guys, not me especially, but for a lot of guys, the idea of a woman being with another woman is a turn on, right? For a lot of women, the idea of a guy being with another guy is a complete turn off. So that's why I think that it's forgivable for a woman to have been with other women, but it's completely unforgivable for a man to have been with other men. But I want to find out how y'all feel about this. You know what I'm saying? Leave something down in the comment section, because like my boy raised the question and I didn't have a concrete answer, but I think that's a concrete answer for me. You know what I'm saying? Although it's not a fetish for me. You know what I'm saying? The girl on girl thing is not really like some shit that I'm into. For a lot of dudes, it is, and that's why it's forgivable. But I think like if I'm with a woman for 5 years, right, and she comes out and tells me that back in the day she used to mess with chicks, it's gonna bother me for a little while, because I'm gonna be thinking to myself like, yo, is she really into me? Like, is she really fucking with me because she's into me, or is it some other reason? You know what I'm saying? Because if she used to mess with girls back in the day, there has to have been something in her that compelled her to make that move. And my worry is going to be that whatever's in her is still in her, and she'll be compelled to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the present or later on down the line. I don't know what that something is. You're telling me that it's over, it doesn't exist anymore. You're into dudes, you're completely heterosexual. But in the back of my mind, it's always going to bother me. However, I'll be willing to look past that, and I'll be willing to just let it be water under the bridge and just move on with the relationship, even though I have those concerns in the back of my mind. But for a dude, I'm sorry. Like, guys out there, if you, even if you could have halfway messed with another guy, just halfway. Might not have even been that serious. You might have been drunk, or you might have been trying to find yourself. As long as you're not still doing that shit, as long as you're not on a DL, as long as you're not really gay, bro, keep that shit to yourself. Do not ever tell your woman about none of that shit. Don't tell your girlfriend, your wife. Don't tell nobody about that shit, because it's only gonna create tension in a relationship, and it's gonna raise concerns about your true sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Even if you like in your heart and soul, you're into girls. You're not into dudes. It was a one-time thing back in the day, and it's over. Like keep that shit to yourself. Because as long as she has that image of you in her mind, she's never going to be able to get it out of her mind, and y'all probably going to end up breaking up. You know what I'm saying? And you lose your chick over that shit. So like ladies, if you've been with other women in the past, feel free to tell your man about that shit. He'll probably enjoy hearing the stories about your escapades with dyke chicks or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But fellas, don't tell those stories to your woman. Like, just as long as you're not living on a DL, just leave that shit in the past where it motherfucking belongs. Don't tell your mama. Definitely don't tell your pops about that shit. Don't tell your friends. Nobody. Move to another city, maybe halfway across the motherfucking goddamn country, and start over and just live your life like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, is it fair? I really don't know. Like, I can't really put myself in the shoes of a guy who's been through that experience, because it's like I'm straight. I've never been with guys. I'm not into guys. I've never been into guys. You know what I'm saying? I've always been into women. Like, I was born straight. So I really can't put myself in the shoes of a guy who was living that type of life, who had that type of experience. You know what I'm saying? So is it fair? I can't say for sure. The only thing that I can say is like the way I feel about it is the way I feel about it. My opinion is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Yours might differ. But yeah. Whether or not it's fair, I can't say. But in a context, in this context here, is it fair for it to be acceptable for a woman to have been in a girl relationship in the past and getting a free pass on it now, as opposed to a guy being with a guy back in the day and not getting a pass for it today? When you look at it like that, no, it's not fair, because at the end of the day, both of these were homosexual relationships or homosexual experiences, sexual experiences. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be okay for a woman, but it's not okay for a dude. When you think about it like that, no, it's not fair. But in the grand scheme of things, for me, I really can't say. But I mean, I can say this. it's not acceptable for me personally. You know what I'm saying? And if a dude, like it could be anybody, my boy, my brother, my uncle, it could be anybody. Once you tell me that shit, like, bruh, you in my mind, you are gay for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You've been gay, you are gay, you forever will be gay, even if you're married with 100 kids and you ain't sucked the dick or fucked the guy in the ass in 10,000 years. Like in my mind and in the mind of heterosexual women, especially black women. You know what I'm saying? Because black women, you see down in the South, like down in Atlanta, women will tell you down there it's like 7 women to 1 dude. Like a lot of guys down there are either straight up gay or on a DL, and it's hard to find a man. So you telling this type of shit to a woman who's living in a city where it's 7 women to 1 guy, because a lot of guys are gay. You tell her that you had a gay experience back in the day, yo, she's cutting you off. She's cutting you off completely, because in the back of her mind, you are living on the DL, and that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for somebody who's straight, somebody who's not going to play no games, somebody who's into pussy 100%, never been into dick in their life. That's what those type of women are looking for. You know what I'm saying? So I think it all comes down to the environment. I think it comes down to the mindset, and I think it comes down to personal experiences. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, women, I am not sure I know of a woman who will accept and turn a blind eye to her man coming out and telling her, yeah, back in the day I used to have a relationship with this dude, and we used to get it on, but you know what I'm saying, I got completely turned off from it. I'm into pussy, I love you, whatever. I don't think that I know of a woman who can be like, okay, sure, honey, that's cool. As long as it's in the past, let's move forward. It just doesn't work that way, because women want a man who is a real man. You know what I mean? Masculine. And to women, there's nothing masculine about a guy getting, his back blown out by another guy, or a guy sucking off another guy. There's nothing masculine about that to women. You know what I mean? They want a man who's a man's man, a real man. You know what I'm saying? Who will blow their back out, who eat they pussy, make them feel good. You know what I'm talking about? Who walking around smacking their ass and, you know what I'm saying, getting it on like that. You know what I'm talking about? So once you tell a woman that you've been with dudes, she gonna look at you like you're a powder puff. Like you should be wearing a rainbow t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? And having a pride flag on the back of your fucking car. That's how she's gonna be looking at you. And that's not what she's looking for as far as masculinity. That's not what she's looking for in a man. She wants a man who is a man. And to a lot of women, a real man is a man who's into women. You know what I'm saying? Who's into pussy. You feel me? Not somebody who's into both, or dick today and pussy tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? The whole back and forth thing. Most women I know are not into that shit at all. They do not accept that shit at all. And most dudes that I know, well, every dude that I know, they not accepting that shit, not one bit. You feel me? So yeah, man, I just want to get your opinion, get your take on this shit, man, because it was a question, and I didn't quite know why a lot of people feel the way they feel about it. But I mean, for me, it's a no. It's not acceptable for a man to have been with other men in the past and now say he's straight. He's gay forever in my mind. But it is acceptable for a woman who was with women back in the day and now be straight. It's you know what? I'm not going to say it's completely acceptable, because like I said, if it was my woman, I would always have concerns in the back of my mind that she's really not into me completely. She's still into women. And when she says she's going out with her girls, or it's a girls' night, like what is she really doing? Is she really going out and just, having fun with her friends? Was it some kind of sexual or emotional dating thing going on? You feel me? So yeah, it's I'm not gonna say 100% acceptable, but more acceptable in my opinion for a woman to have been with other women and not be straight than it is for a man to have been with other men in the past and say that he's straight now. You feel me? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about it, man. Leave something down in the comment section, like I said, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for right now on this women being with other women and not being straight, and guys being with other guys and now saying they straight but they not really situation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I'm talking to my boss right now, man. I'm talking to y'all. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, then I do recommend, suggest, ask that you like and subscribe to the channel, so at least that way you can remain up to date on when I drop all my latest videos. You heard? But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all for right now. It's your boy Boss P, and this is Boss P TV, and I'm out.
Ain't nobody gotta tell me that my crib is a shit. Ain't nobody gotta tell me that I'm the fucking man. Ain't nobody gotta tell me that my bitch is the shit.